Hello and welcome back to Chapter 4, The Red Trap, written by Selma Lagerlof. And today I'm going to explain page 40 to you. So here you go. That was not so badly said, my good fellow. Perhaps we should let the serif alone on Christmas Eve. But now get out of here as fast as you can. Or the Ironmaster said, well, it was not badly said. It's a good sense of humor and that a good philosophy. You have shared a good philosophy of life when he said that if you try to hand me over to the police, then don't forget, you might someday as well get trapped inside the rat trap, getting tempted by the wealth and luxury and the riches of life. So he was impressed and he said that, well, today, on this auspicious day, on this grand day, spatial day, we can leave the serif alone, or we can keep the serif, the police, out of this matter. But for now, get out of here as fast as you can. That is, get out of my house quickly. But just as the man was opening the door, the daughter said, I think he ought to stay with us today. I don't want him to go. And with that, she went and closed the door. And just as the man was opening the door, he went up to the door and was opening it. At that very moment, the daughter stepped in. She said that, well, I think that this man should stay with us. I want him to stay with us because this is a special day, a big day for all of us. And on this special day, a man who was a guest a minute ago cannot be asked to leave, because we wanted to share this day and the man had come to us, so we should not ask him to go. Let him spend the day, let him be with us on this Christmas Eve, and then the next day he may be asked to go, but not today. So we're saying this, she went up to the door and closed them. What in the world are you doing? Said the father. The daughter stood there quite embarrassed and hardly knew what to answer. Okay, so father got agitated, furious, and an exclamation said, "What in the world are you doing?" That is, what are you doing? That is, this sentence or this expression is used to show, say, exclamation, surprise, or wonderment. So he was surprised at the daughter's reaction. Now the daughter stood transfixed. She was having no answer to this question. She was embarrassed. She felt uneasy over this question and hardly knew what to answer, how to react to this question or to this situation. On that morning she had felt so happy, going to make happy, when she thought how homelike and Christmas she was going to make things for the poor hungry wretch. Okay, so just that morning only, the girl had made all the plans to make this day, this special day, a grand one for everyone, and in particular this poor fellow, because he was hungry, he was poor, and he did not know what luxury meant, or what luxury was all about. So she wanted to give happiness to this poor man, and that's why she made all the plannings in the morning. She could not get away from the idea all at once, and that was why she had interceded for the vagabond. That is why she interceded, why she interrupted, why she objected to father's action. It was all because in the morning only she had made all the plans. She had thought in what way she was going to make this day special for everyone, and for particular that poor fellow. And now, as he was leaving, so uh, she saw all her dreams, all her thoughts failing, all her ideas failing, and that's why she decided to intercede, and that's why she decided to intervene in this matter. I am thinking of this stranger here, said the young girl. He walks and walks the whole year long, and there is probably not a single place in the whole country where he is welcome and can feel at home. Now she answered that she was thinking of this stranger, this poor man, because for him there is no happiness. There is no happiness in his life. All year long, throughout the year, he just has one task, that is walking and walking day throughout the day, and throughout the country. And most interestingly, amazingly, he is not welcome. He is not welcome anywhere. He cannot feel at home. That is, he is not easy, comfortable at any place. Wherever he goes and asks for shelter, he is turned away. So she wanted to give this man a little comfort, at least of a day. Whenever he turns, he is chased away. He is chased away if he asks for food or shelter. Always he is afraid of being arrested and cross-examined. I should like to have him enjoy a day of peace with us here, just one in the whole year. So always he is afraid of the police arrest, afraid of the arrest and the cross-examination by the police, that is interrogation by the police, questions by the police. So he is not having a peace of mind. He cannot enjoy even a day of peace. So I want to give this man at least a day of peace here, just one in the whole year, one day of peace in the entire year. The ironmaster mumbled something in his beard. He could not bring himself to oppose her. The ironmaster got the logic of the girl, of his daughter, and he could not object her. It was all a mistake, of course, she continued, but anyway, I don't think we ought to chase away a human being whom we have asked to come here, and to whom we have promised Christmas cheer. So she said, well, I know that it all happened due to a mistake. But whatever had been the circumstances, he was welcomed to our house by us only. We only welcomed him to our house, and now to ask him to leave without that promised Christmas happiness is unfair, and that's why she said we should not turn him away. You do preach worse than a person, said the ironmaster. I only hope you won't have to regret this. The ironmaster said that, well, the ironmaster was convinced. He was convinced, he was satisfied with her logic, and said that, well, you preach worse than a person. You preach worse than a saint. A person is a saint. A person is one who preaches like a saint, sadhu, as we say. So you preach worse than a saint, a priest. But I only hope that you don't have to regret, you won't have to regret it later, that something bad happens and that you regret it later. That should not happen. My only concern is that father said in that way. The young girl took the stranger by the hand and led him up to the table. Now the girl took the stranger to the table, to the dining table. She held his hand and took him to the dining table. Now sit down and eat, she said, for she could see that her father had given in. Now she took him by the hand and made him sit at the table and asked him to take the food. Because she realized that father had given in, father had surrendered before her. The man with the rat trap said not a word. He only sat down and helped himself to the food. This stranger, this rat trap seller, did not speak a word. He just helped himself. Just he started to take his breakfast without saying a word. Time after time, he looked at the young girl who had interceded for him. That is, every now and then, frequently, he was looking at this young girl who had, some way you can say, fought against father to give this man happiness. Why had she done it? What could the crazy idea be? Now he was thinking over why this girl did all these things. This is all for now. Thank you.